Somebody asked me quite a while back how they could recreate a carbide grinding type apparatus for like your 4.5-inch wheels. If you guys are anything like me, you've got about 1 billion of these things laying around that no longer have any effective grinding media. Well, since I have a project came up that I can't, sorry, I have road work going on out here and I have to do this on the front porch. Anyhow, I have a project where I tried all kinds of, pardon the interruption, we had some machines going by, can't talk over that. Anyhow, I've got my sintering mix, which is silicon carbide and some other stuff, and a little bit of phenolic resin mixed in a powder. That's kind of what I use for my microwave experiments. I've actually made a different process for this, which is tumbling the carbide and the phenolic resin together for 2 or 3 days, ball mill. Seems to work an awful lot better and much more uniform. This is part A. Let's see if you're in there. Part A, about 1 ounce of phenolic resin powder and epoxy resin. I also have some PC7 I might try later. That takes a lot longer to cure though. Oh crap. Sorry, that was part B. Part A is usually the clear part and part B is the hardener. They're backwards. It'll probably store it just fine. Gonna try a little bit at a time. Separate mixing cup. Just use what you're going to use, and then that way you don't contaminate your entire batch all at the same time. We've got some regular flap wheels like those. That's more of like a cutoff wheel. I'm going to try it just because it's a little bit lighter. Maybe it'll spin faster. I'm going to go ahead and mix this up and get a coating done, and then I'll come back to you when we sprinkle this over the top. Well, in between the construction and the Navy flying over, we'll see if we can bang this out real quick. So basically, the reason I put the blue tape in the middle so I could peel this out later and it would not affect the dimensional accuracy of these holes. This is actually just a jar turned upside down. There's not actually a layer on the other side of that. That was kind of an experiment. I tried to put a second layer of epoxy resin with phenolic mixed in. Didn't work out very well. The rest of these actually look pretty good though. So basically just kind of drizzle a layer on. I tried being kind of careful and just kind of doing a little pate maneuver around there. Didn't make a difference. Just drizzle it on. It's going to make a mess. Put a little container under it. And then when you go to sprinkle your abrasive on top of that, the resin actually soaked through very quickly in the first layer. So you can just kind of do a dusting. First layer will get soaked up. Second layer, just keep going. It'll soak through a little slower. The third layer is where it'll start to sit on top for a little bit of time. Sorry, I've got a mask on. I've got nasty chemicals out here. I don't like breathing all the VOCs. Anyhow, and then after you let it sit for a little bit, just kind of dump off what doesn't soak in. You can go and put a second coating on it if you want to, but I think that's probably plenty sufficient. The only reason I had the phenolic laying around, I was thinking about either sintering it, but I don't think the substrate would survive in the sintering process, so thought maybe it'd add a little extra heat resistance, and technically if you get it hot enough it'll turn into silicon carbide anyway, but that's quite a significantly different process. Just experimenting. You could use a filled resin. PC7 was what I was going to try, but it takes like days and days for it to cure, even when it's 5 billion degrees outside like it is today. These will probably be done technically touchable in the next couple hours. I'd still let it cure for a full 24 as per usual, but we'll see how it goes. I was only going to experiment with 3, but since I had so many laying around, some extra material left over, might as well do it all. Anyhow, we'll let you know how it sets up and how it works out. It should be fairly effective though for grinding hardened material and other carbide parts, which is what I need it to do. Got some carbide parts that I cannot cut, cannot grind with traditional sanding materials, and I need something a little better. Well, let's see how it goes.